Okay. I was just outside. It's hot out there. My hair is crooked. Um, yeah, it's hot outside. Don't go out there. Highly don't recommend. Mm-mm. Then I still gotta do Pilates later. Um, I'm trying to think because I'm going to Kings Dominion tomorrow, and if it's hot like today, oh, sorry, Mama, I didn't tell you I was going. But if it's hot like today, I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I have to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Oh, I'm gonna bring my fan. That's what I'm gonna do. Bring my little mini fan. That means charge it tonight. Good ideas. I'm glad I'm talking this through. Um, and then I guess that's all I can have. We got the tickets today. That we had got the option for like all day dining, so I'm gonna make sure I stay hydrated. Not on soda, Gatorade, lemonade, the good stuff. I think it's funny he's just staring at me. Look at him. He's so cute. Um, yeah. And then tomorrow, Kings Dominion, but I am going to New Orleans. I mean, not New Orleans, Orlando. The O's got me confused. I could have sworn I clicked to open this. But I'm going to Orlando. S- Still don't have a set itinerary of what we're doing when we get down there. Because I really wanted to do this thing called Discovery Cove, but it's expensive. Um, it's like $200 for a day, but it looks so cool. Um, but they have breakfast and luncheons included. Mm, they have dolphin swim, a shark snorkel, shark interaction, stingray feeding, the ultimate animal experience. They have a flamingo mingle, an animal trek. What are we doing? Are the flamingos, we get to pet them? Hmm. But a shark snorkel, it gotta be baby sharks. That only makes sense. mm So y'all can see what I see. But snorkel with sharks in Orlando. What? Then I could say I swam with the sharks. Oh, maybe you could just do like some things and not all of the things. I don't like touching fish. They're so slimy and like squishy. I don't know if I want to do that. Swimming with them, yeah. I can get behind that. Okay. Do y'all normally click okay when stuff asks you for like cookies and whatnot? I always say okay, but then I was watching someone do something. I don't know. But they clicked no and I was like and they just continued about their day and I was like, oh, so nothing happens? You don't have to agree? Why did you toss the couch? It's still close. Here. You lay here. There you go. Okay. But I did want to watch, we'll react to some things today. So that's what we're going to do. I was just looking at the options. I mean, I guess we can go to Universal, but that's like kind of a given. I've just been busy. I ain't had time to be looking up stuff. Uh, come on, internet. Oh, is there another one? Oh, that says 1 year ago. Playlists. I did save some things. There was one with Benzino. Oh, that's a year ago. I didn't realize that. I'll probably still watch it. Well, actually, maybe these three, and then maybe these two. Let's do this one first.
Do you think you would survive a nuclear blast? Where would you go?
No, I would not. I would die. Clearly. Okay. This is how to survive a nuke in a luxury bunk in luxury. Hold on, I gotta reread that. In luxury bunkers. Okay. This is How to Survive a Nuke in Luxury Bunkers by Tommy G.
Do you think you would survive a nuclear blast? Where would you go if a biological...
I would die. I don't think I would try. I think it would tell me, I'm like, oh, okay. Guess today's the end.
weapon was unleashed in your country? And what would you do if there was extreme civil unrest due to food shortages? Folks, experts warn that if you are caught within 100 miles downwind of a nuclear explosion, your chance for surviving the fallout is almost zero, unless you have a bunker.
That's like when people, like, you ever see those memes and the person will be in the middle of the ocean and you see like a whale coming up and everyone's like, what would you do? I'm like, nothing. You accept your fate. There's nothing you can do. You're in the middle of the ocean by yourself and there's a whale about to eat you. What could you possibly do?
Right now, billionaire elites are quietly building massive underground fortresses, and it makes me wonder, what do they know that we don't? So to find out, I tracked down the #1 bunker
Global warming is going to end the world. That's what they know. That's what
builder
I know.
in the world, Ron Hubbard, the founder of Atlas Survival Shelters. He's been in the business for over 20 years and has built bunkers for people like Mark Zuckerberg, Kim Kardashian, Mr. Beast, and Andrew Tate. And those are just the people he's allowed to talk about, because most of his ultra-wealthy clients have him bound by strict NDAs. So today we head to Texas to visit Ron and see exactly what it takes to survive the end of the world. But first, a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode. Folks, let's talk a little bit about money and financial strategy, because most of us have bank accounts where our money sits and collects almost no interest. What if I told you? Now, to the video. All right, folks, we are just outside Dallas, Texas, and we have a very fascinating story for you today. We're diving into the world of millionaire and billionaire bunkers. And to me, this is like the new Rolex. Like, everyone that has a lot of money seems to be getting a bunker. And I want to know why. Do they know something that we don't? For the rest of us that can't afford a bunker, what options do we have? And what are these people running from?
We don't have options, okay? If you can't afford a bunker, you'll die. Is that simple?
Can we prepare for it at all? We're going to talk to the...
Actually, though, a lot of well, not a lot, but some schools are actually bunkers, like depending on how old the school building is, or post offices. So you could make some shit work, but you actually have to know what schools are built for that.
#1 bunker guy in the world, I think it's fair to say. We're about to pull up to the business Atlas Survival Shelters, and we're gonna get this party started.
Hey, Tommy G.
Hey.
Well, come on in. Here, working, I have a PhD in architecture, I have a master's in science, and I got a master's in physics. E equals building bomb shelters.
He's smart.
He's trying to extend life, and I'm trying to save life.
Tell the people who you are and where we are.
Well, I'm Ron Hubbard. I'm the founder and owner of Atlas Survival Shelters, and we are about an hour from Dallas right now in a small town called Sulphur Springs, Texas. Population about 15,000.
Why the heck did you start a survival shelter business?
Well, I like to joke around and say my modeling career wasn't going so well. You know, it became a side business for me. You know, I got into it like 15 years ago in 2011. Business? I was in LA making doors, and in the back of my factory, I started making bomb shelters out of culvert pipe. And I did it for, you know, quite a few years, and then I got this idea that, you know what, I should make a small bomb shelter and put it underneath the house.
So is this more of a luxury man cave, or is this really to survive something crazy?
No, it's really to survive something, but we try to make it look like a luxury man cave. If you look on my plaque right here, there's Tristan Tate, Zuckerberg, there's Kim Kardashian going in my bunker right there, Zuckerberg, you know, but I get everybody famous, it seems like.
Kim Kardashian isn't the only one with
Because those are the only ones that can afford it.
a bunker. It seems President Trump is motivated to build one as well. You've probably heard about the taxpayer-funded $400 million ballroom, but what isn't as widely talked about is the supposed 6-story underground bunker that's part of the project. And with Trump's totally ethical son-in-law
Okay, I assume there's already a bunker at the White House. I didn't know they needed to build one. But I really only assume that because every time there's like a movie like White House Down or something, they go to a secret bunker. I mean, they could have got that out of thin air, but I don't think so.
Jared Kushner also trying to build a bunker compound in Albania. It makes you wonder why some of the most powerful people in the world all seem to be scrambling to create a structure that could survive a nuke. I just read an article on you that previously you were doing about $2 million a month in business, but in
$2 million a month?
You might project as high as $50 million.
Yeah.
What's driving that?
Well, we actually did that. It's the times.
In a month of business.
Yeah.
And the war is driving a lot of that right now.
Yeah, it will go back down to normal.
Tell me about the bunkers that you
Normal is still $2 million a month. Oh my God. I am in the wrong industry.
made for the Tate brothers.
Well, the bunkers for the Tate brothers, we're actually building it right now. Of course, you know, they got thrown in jail and it got delayed. First, we were going to build them a steel bunker. We designed it, we're going to manufacture it at our plant in Poland. Then we realized that we couldn't really transport it to the property where they got it. Basically, they ordered a Corvette and they're getting a Lamborghini. You're getting more bunker than what you paid for. But they're one of the very few clients that I have that's actually going to let me film their bunker after it's done. Most of these high net worth clients, you sign an NDA before you even know who the client is.
Tell me about the Kardashian bunker.
Well, the Kardashians,
Why do you think they wanted to keep it a secret? I could understand keeping the location a secret. Oh, well, no, because I guess it makes sense to keep it a secret because then if there is like something going on in the world, people can't like come up to you like, hey, let me in. Like, I know you're going to a bunker. I know you have one. Sorry, I heard a kid screaming. It sounded like a firework at first. But then no one can like blackmail you or like force you to take them to your bunker and like, hey, the world's ending, take me with you. If you don't, so I guess yeah, NDAs make the most sense. I'm surprised people are showing that they have bunkers then.
bunker, I did an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. At the time, this was like 5 years ago, they wanted to shoot in a bunker. So I made them a round culvert shelter. It was 12 foot diameter and 50 foot long, basically the same bunker that I have for myself. And we shipped it out to Calabasas. We set it up. It was like in June or July. I would say that their bunker was more of a prop setup than doing the installation because we never even got to get it in the ground for them to shoot it. We shot it above ground in the bunker, but before it was ever installed. All right, let me give you a quick tour of the factory here. So my company is pivoted from not only making bunkers, but teaching people how to make bunkers.
Really?
And then I sell the parts. So what I'm doing now is I'm teaching 1,000 people how to make bomb shelters, and I'm supplying all the parts to them.
Brilliant. I noticed that you make a lot of bomb shelters for the mega millionaires and the billionaires, but is this more of the affordable, everyday man's?
This is the everyday man shelter. Here, let me show you one. It's right here. I did it.
Okay, how much do y'all think it would be? They said the everyday man. Couple thousand, 20,000. Like, what would you think we were?
Open my business to service billionaires and millionaires. I opened my business to make those culvert shelters like that one right there for people like me because I wanted one. So I started making those round culvert shelters, and then I started making these square ones because these can go underneath the house, okay? And then I got the idea of mass producing one that everybody could afford that I eliminate the labor out of. This is my level 1 shelter. my least best design of the shelters, but it's also the least expensive. When you get into my bigger bunkers, they basically are EMP proof. They're a level 4 bunker, basically with up to 1 to 2 meters thick of concrete around them.
How were you able to test this concept and make sure that it could survive nuclear fallout?
What's protecting you from nuclear fallout is not the shelter itself, but the amount of earth between you and the surface. As long as that hole's 3 feet deep and you have enough 90-degree turns in there, you could crawl underground and survive nuclear fallout in there.
Can your bunker survive a nuclear bomb?
It depends its proximity to the bomb. I mean, if the bunker's buried in the ground and it is a ground burst which hits the ground, no bunker in the world can survive, because it's going to leave a crater 300 foot deep and probably 600 to 900 feet wide. They are designed to survive nuclear fallout, any kind of chemical attacks or chemical event that would be caused from nuclear warfare. They're designed to survive any kind of biological attack or any kind of biological situation. So let's say some country develops a plague that's airborne. You got to go into an airtight environment. That's what I build.
You got to know your science to be able to build these.
To work here, you got to have a PhD or a master's. You got to understand the structural part of how deep you got to be. You got to understand the physics of the slap from the wave. The science comes in of understanding how the radiation will affect you and your body. So if you put it together, that team can make underground nuclear bomb shelters.
Are they going to say the price of the bunkers? That's what I want to know. Because if you making $50 million a year, he got to be charging an arm and a leg. I was trying to see if they say it. Okay, if they don't, I'm going to look them up at the end.
This you would think is a bomb shelter. It's big enough.
Is it not?
But it's actually just the engine room to a bomb shelter. See, when you see the bunkers, the living quarters, that's just the living quarters. This is where the diesel generator goes. That middle room is for batteries. The other room is a decon room, and the other room is a mud room. So there's 4 rooms before you even get to the bunker.
So how many of these bunkers are you turning out a month, would you say?
Not enough. Remember, this is R&D. Like I said, everything we do in here looks like the factory, but it's not a production line yet. We try to break even. We're not really trying to make money on the people. We're trying to gather data.
Even when you sell to a billionaire, you're not trying to make money?
I mean, we're not trying to lose money, but we're not so concerned about making money as we are about perfecting the product. Now listen, when I started doing this, there were 6 other people doing it. Now there's just 1, and that's me. 2 of the companies made bunkers that 3 people died in each one. 1 blew up, and the other 3 died from H2S gas.
Oh my God.
To me, it says a lot about the state of the world that these things are going through the roof right now in sales. And what I think is really cool is that humans do tend to innovate their way through big problems. And you see it right in action right here. But at the same time, you wonder, do we have to live in a world where people should be thinking about nuclear fallout and bombs and bunkers? And I don't know, maybe I'm a little hippy-dippy Bob Marley, but there's got to be a better way. Tell me about any unique features about Mr. Beast's bunker.
It feels like the inside was like an alien ship. It was very out of this world, I might say. We actually combined one of our round culvert shelters along with one of our square modular shelters. And one was at one level, and then you went down the stairs and there was another level. When the episode cleared or was over and they spent 100 days in my bunker and they won $700,000, they needed the B-roll shot of the money on fire for the promotion. And they had a fire suppression system added for this event. So when they went to burn the money for the shot, the fire suppression system didn't work and it burnt the entire bunker down. It was really made for a YouTube type video. When everything was said and done,
it burnt the entire bunker down, so they built it and then his system didn't work? So it's all gone? I'd be pissed. Did he get his money back for that bunker? Because clearly, I wouldn't have told nobody that. Because now, like, do I trust your product?
$1.2 million. You know, the attitude in 2011, when I asked people, what are the odds you think you'll see World War III in your lifetime? You know what it was? In 2011, it was like 1 or 2%. If I ask you today, What are the odds you will see World War III in your lifetime?
50,
Guess what it
75.
is? Way over 50%. I think World War III will happen in 30 years. But what you will see probably next year or the year after, you will see a plague, a biblical plague like you've never seen before. You see, the wealthy people are not worried about nuclear war. They're worried about plagues. And then they're worried about civil unrest after the plague. But I did a video, why is Bill Gates building so many bomb shelters? And then Bill Gates in the video says, I put the likelihood of nuclear fallout in my lifetime as very unlikely, but I put the odds of a plague greater than Ebola in my lifetime at greater than 50%. Now, that was his word for word. Matter of fact, right here you can show the...
I mean, that makes sense. There's actually been, not a plagues, but several pandemics, like outside of COVID. It's just people don't actually think about them. It's like the swine flu, then there was there was one that happened in like the 90s. I can't remember it now. But there's been a number of them. And I think COVID might have been the worst because we were technically on lockdown, but it's just gonna keep getting worse. Worse and worse. Like people talk about the hantavirus. That's been around for forever. Cause I was watching Hoarders, and the person's house was so bad they were like, "Yeah, there's probably like hantavirus in here," but that show was filmed like maybe 5, 10 years ago, and I was like, "Wait a second, this ain't new. This isn't a new virus. Nope, is here, and all the viruses here, like the swine flu. I seen that in I think it was might have like an old Dexter's Laboratory episode, and they said the swine flu, and I was like, what? What? Explain that?
This is the greatest risk of a huge tragedy. This is the most likely thing by far to kill over 10 million excess people in a year.
How did COVID impact your business?
COVID caused the business to increase and become more steady. And more people realize that they didn't think that was the big one, but they think the big one's coming as well as I do. I think you'll see a plague in 2027 or 2028.
Worse than COVID.
Goddamn, 2 years?
Just from what I predict, what I've seen, and what I know. I mean,
that's what some of the billionaires think that you're building for.
No, I'll put it this way. 50% of the scientists that created the COVID vaccine have been in this office buying bunkers from me. I get it from talking to them, okay? This is coming from the people who created the COVID vaccine.
Stock up on your toilet paper.
Coming now to get bunkers for the future of what they think is coming.
Maybe I can convince my parents to buy a bunker, because I can't afford this, but maybe my parents can.
You can tell these boys are working hard. They got their toolbox. They got their Zin. These guys are fired up. They're ready to work. You guys are making bunkers for millionaires and billionaires. What does it make you feel like is coming in the world?
I feel like, I don't know, I like the crap out of it. I've been here for like 3 years, and like, dude, it's awesome. Everything that, yeah, he's been here longer than I have, but every day it's something new. It's like something custom. You get to meet people that are prepping for, you know, like real life stuff that happens out in the world. So it's kind of crazy, you know, what's going on.
It's crazy stuff, and I've been paying attention to what's going on. Like I said, I've been watching videos and been paying attention to independent media, and I would say the need for one is imminent.
Part of me thinks like most people cannot afford a bunker. So what can the average person back home do?
There's your master.
Nothing.
Yeah,
You're a master.
I have at least a bachelor's of physics, and I'm working my master's. And I would say, dig yourself a cave.
Do you guys think Israel has something to do with this shit?
So nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
All we need is one nuke, just one nuke from one country, North Korea, Iran. Now, if Iran had one, they would have probably launched it. Then everyone would be panicking and calling me and saying, all right, it can happen. You know, these people who say, I'd just rather die when the bomb goes off, those exact people are going to be the very first one trying to find a bunker to crawl into and say, let me in, let me in.
I don't think so. I think some people are content. Because if you think about it, let's say you survive the explosion. Now, you come out and civilization is gone. Now you have to just fight to survive. I don't know if I want to live like that. Like, I've seen Paradise Doesn't seem fun. Um, like all the zombie movies, those don't seem fun either. I might just give up.
And yeah, it's a
One's for the Israeli kid. So
no. That's a Israeli blast door. We need the $2,000 gas type door. That's a $6,500 door. So you got the wrong door.
Okay.
The Israelis made the gasket, or the customers?
Well, it's funny. Everything you see right there was made in Switzerland or Israel. We don't make this in America. See, there's no demand for the items that you see right here because bomb shelters are not an everyday way of life. Where you go to Israel, every house and every apartment has a bomb shelter, and in Switzerland, every house and every building has a bomb shelter. So they have demand that's built in because the building code states so. So I'm working on changing the building codes in America, or at least give the people an option that the builder can say, hey, do you want your house to have a safe room or not?
Being inside a billionaire's compound, what kind of things have you noticed?
They keep them quiet, they keep them hidden. Even the contractors that are building a home, maybe right on top of them, they may not even know that they're there.
And a lot of them have to sign an NDA.
Oh, absolutely, we all do. Absolutely. Yeah, we're not to divulge any names or locations or anything like that.
People do not want people to know they have a shelter. We come in incognito. We have no names on our trucks. Matter of fact, when we invoice the people, my factory doesn't even know who the customer is. So let's say you're Bill Gates. It will just say Bill Seattle on the invoice. So my office and my employees never know exactly who is buying a bomb shelter.
And why do you think they're so secretive?
Boy, this is like one of those things that, I mean, it's more secretive than a bank account. You could probably ask them, where do you bank? And they may tell you JP Morgan or Raymond James or Bank of America someplace. But then ask them, where's your bomb shelter? I'm not telling you.
What we are walking into is a bunker that Ron's
mean?
clients at the millionaire level would purchase.
It's gas tight, you come in, you can lock it down. Basically you got...
And this is the composite flooring that you'd see on a nice deck?
Similar to Trex deck, it's a timber tech. You got full shower, toilet, you got all the plumbing, you got a sink.
Nice countertops, look at this.
We do offer like electric.
Okay.
Stoves. We don't do anything propane or gas into a bunker because then you have reverse osmosis filtration. You got hot water. You got just a regular sediment filter before it comes in. Microwave. This is a smaller air system. This is a 75. So we have different size filters depending on how many people you plan on having in there, how much square footage. So under the floor we've got 300-gallon water tanks. And then there's room to put food, water, any kind of stuff like that, any storage stuff. So there's plenty of room under. You can put your number 10 cans. You can put dry goods. You can put a lot of stuff down there. That's what we offer a lot of times is underfloor storage because then you got all your square footage, but you still also have room to put things. You're not all cluttered in here.
So this is a nice bunker, but it's still in the more basic level, right?
Yeah, this is a smaller one. There were some custom things that was done for this customer. So, there's a lot of different routes you can go. But yeah, absolutely.
What do you think this bunker goes for?
Probably in 150, around 150K, and that's without install. So the install.
I'm not gonna say no names. And she's not watching this. At least I don't think so. Actually, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Um, talk shit to myself later. All right. Continue.
There's a contractor that will install it as well. We work closely with the installer.
I've done a few bunkers for ex-cabinet members of Donald Trump. I don't want to spread any fear. It's not like they think anything is certain, as far as I know, except the future. And the future doesn't look too well.
From an off-the-record source, I heard about highly classified bunkers that are massive in scale sprinkled around the country. I'm talking about places like Mount Weather and Raven Rock that are built for military use and government officials in the event of disaster. And they are so big that if a nuke was inbound, all 535 members of the Congress and Senate would be able to live there for a prolonged time. We are talking about underground engineering that is incredibly impressive.
Leave all us common folks to die.
Do any of the people buying bunkers from you cite aliens as a reason that they're getting them?
Not a one.
No?
No. No, look, man, these people buying bunkers are not crazy. These are wealthy multi-millionaires. Look, I don't get...
Okay, I do think it's logical to believe in aliens, though, because what are the chances that we're the only people out here? Like, we're not that important. There has to be other people out here. Not even people, other life forms. Shit. We don't even know what's in the ocean. Of course, we don't know what's in the sky.
Many poor customers. The average customer I'm getting spends about $300,000 on a bunker.
300,000?
Okay? But I've
Lord,
sold
I know those aren't affordable.
more $1 million bunkers in the last year than I've ever sold in my life. I mean, right now, I've got 60 active projects. The largest project we're working on right now is 40,000 square feet, about $30 million.
A 40,000 square foot bunker sounds excessive. How many people do you think will stay in this bunker?
My installer just finished up two 36,000 square foot bunkers. And each bunker was for 650 plus people, right? A little over 650. It was a government bunker. That's a lot of people. I'm not supposed to talk too much about it.
And they're using taxpayer money for that?
Yeah, but it's in another country. Yeah.
Of course the government will spend our money to buy a bunker for a problem that they exacerbated with our money in the first place.
These bunkers were for just the regular people. These were not bunkers for rich people. These were just basic bunkers for the everyday person. If you can make it to this facility, you get to go in that bunker and you get to sleep in a cot. This builder is building 70 to 86 houses. The houses with the bunker in like 10 acres up to 20 acres of land is right at $2 million, $1.99 million. And you're gonna see them, you're like, golly, I want these houses, they're beautiful.
Ron is taking us down the road to a development of multi-million-dollar homes where every house in the neighborhood comes with a doomsday bunker. This development
every house
is a
in the neighborhood?
bunker man.
What is going on over there that they all need a bunker?
Kind of development.
We've got about 70 lots out here for home sites, and each one of them will have a full underground survival shelter built into them. And what's great about the bunkers here is they're not just for, you know, a nuclear fallout scenario, right? Therefore, you know, a big storm comes through. We're in East Texas, you get tornadoes. So it's just a safe place to go.
You want to give us a tour of the house and then the bunker?
Absolutely, I'll come in.
Is the house also built around survival as well, or just the bunker?
So it's just the bunker. You know, these houses, they do run on solar. So, you know, you have some longevity built in there.
Solar powered house.
Yeah, we spend some time and put really cool features in that really make them look special above ground.
I love the beams.
So this is the full living area here. Obviously got the dining entry area and a kitchen. We've got a couple bedrooms back here. We've got the non-formal living with our secret entry into the bunker, which is pretty neat. So we're about to go check that out. So this is the non-formal living. So this is the comfortable living area, right? So this is where you're gonna come watch TV with the kids when you're just hanging out for a night.
So you put a couple of the pistols and ARs here so when the knocks start happening, okay, I have to move, what happens?
The pistols and the fun stuff are downstairs. So we're gonna go check that out.
Oh, Lord.
So right now we're walking down into the bunker itself. we're coming to the first set of 2 bomb-proof blast doors. So these are gas tight. They are supplied by Atlas Survival
That's
Shelters.
heavy duty.
This is 8 inches of solid concrete and steel reinforcement. So nothing's getting through these. Yeah. So this is actually the decontamination room. So this one's got a shower built in. So you'd come in, this door would be shut here. You'd open this door, you'd come in, you'd rinse the fallout off of yourself. You'd open this door and then enter into your bunker.
He is
As
so
you
proud.
can see, this thing doesn't feel like
so
a
proud of
bunker.
himself.
It feels. We've got some pretty sweet features built in, like this gun cabinet over here. Yeah, so it's actually got a keypad entry, so you can push in your code, open and close it as you will.
We hope a nuke never hits.
That's high tech.
So this is just going to be like a really cool feature of the house that when you bring people over, oh, did you go to so-and-so's bunker? It's going to be
absolutely, and that's kind of why we designed this space the way we did. We didn't want it to feel just like it was built for one purpose only, and that was to come down here in case a nuke goes off, right?
As you watch the populace fight over the grocery stores that remain and you know, all these world leaders are getting taken out, you can sit in your bunker and just think, I'm going to be okay for a few more days.
Oh, absolutely.
The idea is that the shelter is built for peacetime, but with the closing of those 2 doors and the turning on of the air system, this becomes a certified nuclear bomb shelter within about 60 seconds.
Absolutely. We haven't checked out this feature
that's
either.
impressive.
Why don't you open that thing up and see what's behind
What
there?
is that, a window?
Texas, I'm going to say either a gun or a steak. Oh, this is the escape hatch.
That's the escape tunnel there.
Okay.
Oh.
So that little hole that you're seeing in that
escaping
top
to?
hatch, that's what you'll actually unscrew in the event that you want to go out that tunnel. That will let the about 3 feet of sand drain out from there, and then you can actually undo the hatch and make your way out.
Okay, so another question that comes to
Wow.
mind is if a nuclear
thought of
bomb
everything.
hits, the population goes down, my wife survives, we have to have a place to start repopulating the earth. Can you take me to the bedroom over here?
Well, we've got a pretty nice bedroom.
And-
Plenty of room for repopulating in here, as you can see. We've got a full queen bed.
Yeah, I could do some things in here. Yeah.
So this is the fun closet. So this is where the actual air exchange happens and the air filtration. So that's actually bringing in the fresh
Oh,
air.
really
wow.
key part of this bunker being survivable is this right here. Can you explain what this does for the survivability?
So this is a Swiss-made NBC air filtration system, okay? And what this does, the air comes in, it goes through a pre-filter up here. So there's a HEPA filter up here. The air passes down. The hose would be hooked up to here. Then the air will pass through a second HEPA filter through 106 pounds of carbon, tetacarbon, activated carbon. It would take out all the gases. It will eliminate the radiation particles and basically come back through here and give you breathable air. So it comes in at the rate of 88 cubic feet a minute filtered, and it comes in at the rate of 176 cubic feet a minute of unfiltered air. So if you were down here and you were locked to door, you still got to turn on the air system because you got to breathe. So the air system's on right there now. So now it's blowing air, okay? And that's all the sound that it makes. You laugh about it, but there's going to come a time in 20, 30, 40 years that the people who have these bunkers will be the only survivors.
I think there'll be a lot on who are the leaders of these countries around the world, because right now I feel like we're on a collision course with conflict because our leaders are choosing that. I don't think most people want the conflict that's happening in the world. So hopefully we can vote our way into a safer future. But it seems like, I mean, it doesn't matter,
so.
Democrat, Republican, the last
It's all
20
gonna-
odd years, the war machine has been fed. I don't care if you're talking Obama, Bush, Trump, although Trump's doing it pretty big right now. The military industrial complex is gonna make it necessary for stuff like this to happen. The year is 2046. We voted the first lesbian in office, and I think the Americans are safe again, but I'm not sure. Actually, we'd probably be in a lot more trouble. If you know anything about statistics, lesbian couples are the highest domestic violence couples. Did you know
Oh
that?
yeah, they are. They have the highest divorce.
What?
Shout out to the gay dudes
didn't
out
know
there.
that.
You guys are really leading the charge. Okay, so these solar panels are
That kind of makes sense though. Well, just because like I'm thinking, and I feel like a woman would hit another woman, but when it's like male, female, a man's not gonna hit. Well, majority of the time, the male knows not to hit the woman. And I don't know. I just feel like I've seen more female couples, and they are a little violent to each other. But the niggas be hitting each other too. I don't know if y'all watch Zeus, but Pootie and Landon, they be fighting, and they together, and they've been fighting since they met. Oh Lord.
Are key for this bunker function, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So these are pretty simple solar panels, you know, pretty standard, some that you'd see mounted on people's roofs or something like that. But since we've got the extra acreage out here, we actually decided to do a full solar field like this.
And then you can just switch it when disaster strikes and they need to go on the solar panels.
Absolutely.
If there's a cloud from the nuclear explosion, what happens to these solar panels?
Well, these stop generating electricity for you. But the good news is we've got enough battery backup in that thing to last you days. So, and if you're exclusively running the bunker, you're gonna last weeks. So that's the nice thing about that. This one just finished. So this one is going on the market, well, as of now. So as this video is coming out, this thing will be up for sale. Your floor safe's in this house if y'all want to go look at that.
Yeah, show them the floor safe. This is one of my 4 inventions that I have patents on.
It's actually got 4 lock bolts, one in each corner here. That comes with a special key that nobody else has. So these go in each corner. You'd take those 4 out, and then you'd lift up this real heavy door, and then that's your underground safe. So it actually wraps around and goes underneath.
Gosh, I feel like that could be a dungeon or something. I don't want to go down there.
Isn't that cool? It's only about 2 feet deep. It's really just for hiding guns and ammo and survival food.
I feel like preppers love shit like this.
I love shit like this. Yeah.
And tucked in over here is going to be your secret entrance down into the bunker. That pushes open.
I would disguise it with books. Not a lot of people read, so no one's going to look over there.
Absolutely. So this one's not completely finished. We haven't turned the power on. But this is the upstairs landing area. Of course, you got your stairs that go down into the bunker down there.
A big part of this bunker business is having the right people build it, because there's so many things that if you build it the wrong way, one, it could be dangerous as he's laid out, but 2, the survival aspects of it from the power, and also escaping. I'm guessing that's what this black hatch is?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's above grade now. That's why you see it. But you can actually come in now that it's backfilled, completely covered with dirt. You can come in, cut that tunnel, and put your protective barrier over it and cover that with earth and plant your grass over here, and you'd actually never even know that this thing is here. But right now we're actually standing on top of the bunker. So we've actually got about 2 feet, a little over 2 feet of dirt on top of the bunker. And then we've got our concrete, our steel reinforcements. This thing is completely engineered as well.
Well, folks, this was a look inside the world of bunkers, and I'm pretty fascinated by what I saw. You have an interesting job, man.
It's cool, isn't it? I think I have the best job in the world, at least right now.
And that is the mission of life, is to wake up and feel like you have the best job in the world. That's how I feel. I'm glad you feel that way. Everyone back home, keep chasing, keep experimenting, keep trying until you stumble upon that. Because then when you have the mission of life flowing through your veins, who could stop you?
Can't complain. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure, brother. See you guys next week. Peace.
We're essentially building the digital prison of...
That was a good video. I need to figure out how much these bunkers are. Atlas bunkers for sale. Let's see how much they are. Pricing. Oh my God. So the lowest they have is, oh, this one. $265,000. And that was for Plan 8. Where's Plan 8? What does Plan 8 look like? Oh, shelter plans. Okay, this is the cheapest. Okay, they have a... Oh, is it 2 bedrooms? Is that what this is? Oh, okay, I understand. So this is a bedroom, and then this the living room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Actually, this seems a little decent. I can't lie. It's still expensive, but it's a good amount of space, I guess. Oh, and then it has the escape tunnel. I guess that's just automatic. Damn. That is so crazy. Can't afford that. I just wanted to make sure I read that correctly. Damn. I was hoping it'd be in like $20,000, $30,000 for their lowest, but no, that explains why he's making so much money. Okay. Oh, it got off my playlist. Playlist. I clicked on the wrong thing. Reactions. That's what I wanted. I think I'm gonna do the Ariana Grande one because
Ariana Grande has.
hold on, girl. Okay, this is Ariana Grande is struggling on tour. Bizarre stage behavior and concerned fans. She's not okay by Salone. I'm a little worried too because you see her chest right here? That's not normal. Like that's concerning. And people are always I don't know, people are justifying it. They're like, "Oh, like she's naturally skinny." Like she is. She is naturally skinny, but not that motherfucking skinny. You shouldn't be able to see your fucking rib cage. That's someone needs to help
Ariana
her.
Grande has kicked off her tour and it's already a disaster. Fans are concerned that Ariana Grande isn't taking care of herself. On stage, she has low energy and dead eyes. It almost seems like Ariana is being forced to perform on this tour against
Forced to perform against her will. That seems like a stretch. I was thinking she just maybe had an eating disorder. Um, that seems like the most logical thing to me. But I could be
her
wrong.
will because clearly she's not doing okay. So let's get into it.
People were also saying not to judge her because um mm, I feel like I'm gonna say this person's name wrong. And I don't want to because they're good peoples. Come on, internet. So slow. Okay, people were saying not to say anything about her like weight loss because Chadwick Boseman, he passed away and he got like a dramatic weight loss and everyone was like, "What's going on?" like talking shit. But then they realized he was actually sick. So they're like, "Oh, like we shouldn't judge people." And I guess like she could be sick, but I also would hope she would let people know because of who she is, I feel like people might be like, "Oh, like that's the standard, like that's what I should look like." And it's not. Like especially like little kids.
Ariana Grande is back on tour after 7 long years, and the internet is filled with mixed reactions. Personally, I'm really excited to see that Ariana Grande is back doing music on tour on stage because her acting as Glinda was getting old. But there are some people who are still
He ain't like Wicked. I mean, I didn't either. I don't like musicals though. So I shouldn't be the one to judge. However, I heard Wicked brought in numbers.
really concerned about her, especially after seeing her live. As you guys know, in recent years, Ariana Grande's weight loss has been a big topic of discussion because a lot of people are fearful that she is not okay. There's a side of the internet who just wants to hate on her, but there's also a large portion of people who are truly concerned about her well-being. Of course, Ariana Grande doesn't like people speculating about her health. She's made that very clear on social media.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy.
And I get it, Ariana, it must be
She's saying that, and it's probably true. Like she probably was going through a bad phase in her life, but she probably has body dysmorphia if she's not like actually sick like with something else, like has a disease or something. She might have body dysmorphia, like thinking she looks healthy when she doesn't, because you should not be able to see Like the bones here, like that's not normal. It's just not, and you can't convince people that it is. Like that's just it's a lie.
So annoying to have people talking about you constantly like this. Like this person wrote on X, she's literally dying of anorexia, but y'all are just going to deny it until she cracks. I mean, how do you think?
There's literally a video. Oh, what is that show? I can't remember the name of the show, but there's a video of these like maybe they went on Dr. Phil. Anyway, they were smaller than her, maybe as small as her, but it was two sisters. They might have been twins, and they were convinced that they were so healthy, and they looked like how Ariana is looking in these pictures, but they were convinced they were fat. Like they were like, "Oh, I need to lose weight." Like, baby girl, ain't no more weight to lose. It was bad. And I think that's what's going on.
Ariana feels reading this. This person writes, all you soft Arianators need to wake the F up. This is not okay. This
It's
picture has been going
not.
super viral of her mid-performance. I do not
That's
believe this is edited
crazy.
in any way. This person writes, people are saying it's edited. How could you genuinely look at this and think that she is doing okay? Here's a video clip. This person writes, it honestly makes me so sad. I don't like to comment on these things, but every time we see her, it feels worse. I'm so concerned for her. And it does seem like this opening show was an emotional moment for Ariana. She gave a little speech where she told her fans that she's missed everyone. And I do find it fascinating because last year she told us that she wasn't going to be coming out with new music, that she would need like another set of arms and another head to do all of this because she's been focusing on her acting. So I do think it's interesting that she's back on tour already and a new album is coming.
For that part, you shouldn't be able to see that bone. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to find those anorexic twins. I feel like I'm feeling anorexic wrong. Mm. Oh, this might be them. Come on, this is why. Yeah, it's definitely them. This doesn't look like her. This, oh my God. Yeah, it's this part. She needs help. I hope she's getting help. And I don't want to say like I hope it's like something else that's causing this weight loss because that's terrible too. But I don't think she should be promoting this if she's oh my Lord.
This person writes, I can't imagine how difficult it must be for her to get onto stage and to perform. And I'm sure after 7 years, it is difficult and daunting, even if she's done it for so much of her life. I assume that maybe like the muscle memory would kick in, and then as soon as she's on stage, she would be okay. This person writes, I hate talking about people's weight, but as a fellow short petite girl, I'm concerned about Ari. I know people discussing how she looks won't solve the problem because having any kind of eating issue or dysmorphia is hard to acknowledge. I just hope that she gets help. This person writes, I love Ariana down, but let's fix that diet before we tour. This looks dangerous. This person added that she definitely shouldn't be touring right now. Her fans are selfish. This person writes,
Okay, and her fans ain't got nothing to do with that. Um, her fans are buying the ticket, yeah. They couldn't buy it if it wasn't out there, just like that's just dumb. And I think whoever is on Ariana's team needs to talk to her because Why are you having a tour and it don't look like you can walk? Like it looks scary.
Incredibly talented woman is dying in front of our eyes, and this is a public role model for young girls and women. This person says that I wanted to enjoy this tour, but she seems very concerned. I am truly appalled. I hope Ariana is okay. Another person writes, her ribs, I love her, but she's going to pass out. Why did she have to lose so much weight? This is unhealthy. I want to say, I don't think that this is something that she's deciding. With everyone so addicted.
That she's deciding? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if it was like a side effect of something else, she probably wouldn't have done this tour. But because she's on tour, she probably thinks this is normal.
Did the GLP-1s and these different studios and executives setting these new beauty standards. I think that Ariana is a victim of what society has become. This reminds me of like the early 2000s. Look at these comments. People are saying she needs to eat. It reminds me of like when people would say in the early 2000s, like, oh, you need to eat a hamburger. It's just not productive at all. Ariana is on her Eternal Sunshine tour, but she's performing much more than just Eternal Sunshine. She's going through some of her hits like Break Free and Into You. And actually in the tour video, it's interesting. It seems like she's referring to some of her old eras, kind of in a spooky way. She's walking through this building where each room has like a different Ariana who's like, I guess, a doctor waiting for a doctor or something. It's a little bit medical. I don't love that. Let's go ahead and take a look together. Spooky. So she's like walking with this child, and we've got her passing these rooms of like old versions of herself. And I do think that this is a reference to the movie that she based her album off of. But honestly, I have not seen that movie, so I need you guys to chime in below. This person writes that she's struggling to keep her eyes open. She must have felt so tired. Do I actually think that she's struggling to keep her eyes open? No, I think that this is a little bit of the nervousness. This person writes that there's no light.
I feel like she always looks like that. Like in her eyes, it's just little. I don't know how to explain it. Like if you watch Victorious, like she's very very cat like it's very like
For happiness in her eyes. She's definitely on some stimulants. Somebody in Ariana's team, please do something. This isn't funny anymore. This person says I was low-key dragging her because of her fans, but this is actually sad and concerning. She really needs help, and I really hope she gets better. It's sad seeing this. I keep seeing these comments like that she's got low energy or her heart's not in it. It almost seems like she's just kind of manufacturing through the moments. So I think that she actually wants to be on tour right now. Hell no. She didn't get a Grammy for her album. She didn't get an Oscar for Wicked. I think that she's just a little bit lost right now. And of course, it doesn't help that people are screenshotting these different pictures of her during her performance and sharing them on Reddit, expressing how concerned they are for her. Like this person writes that it's never been this bad before. I've actually interviewed Eugenia Cooney on my Let's Get Into It podcast. It was the first episode. Somebody brings her up here. Eugenia has the luxury of not having to do anything all day. Who knows if she even has a job at all? But Ariana, on the other hand, has a long tour commitment, dancing, wearing huge heels, singing a bunch. It takes a lot of energy. This person writes that she clearly needs help, and people saying her family can worry about her. Okay, but she's not getting better, clearly. Speaking of her family, her brother Frankie Grande actually did some red carpet interviews, and he had some reactions to her tour. Take a look.
I mean, you're related to one of the most famous people in the world. Does she find that same sense of like, wow, I can't believe we're still doing this? How do you kind of like find yourself remembering, like, oh, remember when we were kids and we used to do things?
I mean, I think that we're a very grounded family, which is amazing. It comes from the top down. It comes from my mom, who has just been the most amazing mother to both of us. She was at Ariana's show last night in California, and it took a red eye to come here to be at the Tonys to watch me perform today. What other mother can say that? Like, the way that she splits her time like that. So it's come from the top down, and we are a very grounded family, and I'm very grateful to my mother for instilling that into us, and Grandpa and Nona before her.
Spending equal time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, my mother loves her children equally, and she does. She comes to everything that we do. She literally, even like in previous, she'd be with me for a week, then with Ariana for a week, then she'd be back to me for a week, then she'd go run her company for a week, then she'd come back to me, then she'd go to Ariana. She doesn't sleep.
This person writes, girl, your sister.
Why didn't they ask her about why didn't they ask him about his sister's health? I mean, I guess that's inappropriate, but like Someone needs to be asking some questions.
Sister needs help. Focus on that. Are they concerned about her weight? This person writes. In no world is it healthy or normal. Her fans are delusional defending this. You can see the muscle wasting in her arms. Ugh. I hate like even talking about these things because it's really depressing. It's so obvious by her behavior too. Her energy's low, her vibrance is barely there. Why does a snark page care more about her well-being than her actual fans? But Ariana Grande has always
What? I need her family to come out and say something. Or maybe I mean, I guess maybe if something really is going on, like you want to keep it private, but like why are you going on tour like that? That just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's not like she comes from like a poor family. Like I don't think she needs the money to be going on a tour. Like that's why I'm just a little confused. Because if she was looking like this and she was like hiding away, I would think like, okay, something's wrong. Like it's not her fault that she's losing weight. It's like something else that's going on. But you're going on tour and you don't need the money. It just makes me feel like she probably thinks this is okay. Like it's she wants to look like this.
been kind of like this way. At least when her fans pull up her old Tumblr post, it seems like she's still the same person.
I haven't never heard of this. Well, if you've never heard of this, good. But, well, Sam and Cat was still on. Ari was only popular with the preteens that knew and loved her from Victorious. I don't even think she'd put out a real record yet. And Bella was kind of just known for being friends with the Jenners. Maybe by this point, Gigi had gotten famous enough that she was known for being Gigi Hadid's sister. I don't think that we'll ever get an admission from either of them that that's what those blogs were. But I know, and a lot of you know, essays about what to eat and how to eat, period, where Ari would post the dragon fruit that she ate that day. Fridge of lettuce and a black coffee.
Just to give you guys an idea of how many people are reacting online, look at all of these comments. There are hundreds, thousands of people who are commenting on her page about how she looks. And it's like, I'm not trying to sit here and bully her or make a big deal out of nothing. The internet is blowing up. It's getting worse and worse, and some fans keep normalizing it. They don't care if she dies in front of them. It's so sad. This person says, as a recovered Anna, if you are trying to normalize this, you're actually contributing to the problem. There was a blind item that popped up earlier this year in January. It reads, the A-list actress and singer is looking into getting some kind of medical excuse to cancel her tour, which would then have insurance to cover the losses. Of course, Ariana did not cancel her tour, but I wonder if there's a world where the rest of it could be. But I feel like she has so much pressure on herself to deliver to everyone that she would not even let herself, which is even
I think she should have canceled it. If something's going on, she should have canceled that tour. And I don't know. Maybe her family isn't as close as they like kind of portray, because my family wouldn't let me do that tour. They don't like, no, Jazmen, you're staying home. Like if something's like seriously wrong that's causing all this weight loss, you're staying home. Get the fuck back in bed. Or go to the gym and build up some muscle mass. Like, god damn.
more concerning. This person writes, concern is not hate. If you have not had any Anna, you won't understand. If you've not suffered from eating issues, the more you talk about it, no matter how you do it, it fuels the fire. Another person says that honestly, this needs a content warning. People are saying, oh, her performance is not as good because she hasn't done it in a minute. No, actually, babe, she's probably...
No, this picture is not edited whatsoever. This is Ariana Grande at her first show of the Eternal Sunshine Tour yesterday in Oakland. And obviously, many people are talking about this on social media, but the problem is there are so many fans of hers that are defending her and going at people that are, concerned.
They're defending her because Ariana got on the internet maybe a year or two back saying this is normal. Like, people commented on her weight loss a while ago, and she was like, I'm actually the healthiest I've ever been. I'm like, baby, no, you're not. That's why I'm convinced she's anorexic. I don't think it's related to anything else. I think she's anorexic, and I think she has body dysmorphia, and she probably thinks she looks bigger than what she is, which is scary. But that's why I'm like, why her family not stepping in? Her family don't see the stuff online. Like, let's say she convinced her family, like, okay, I'm fine. But then you see all these people like, no, you're not fine. And then wouldn't that make you look into it? I don't know. It's so odd.
About this.
Odd behavior.
Saying things like that's body shaming and that we all need to be body positive.
It's not body shaming.
But in my opinion, you can...
And sometimes we need to shame people. Because this needs shame. You need to eat.
Only be so body positive. It gets to a point where this is very harmful. And when I first saw this photo, I thought it was edited. You know, a lot of people edited photos of her, you know, during the Wicked press tour, and I thought this was just another case of that. But no, this is 100% real. And here are the dates for the tour, and it goes all the way until September 1st. I'm just concerned she won't have the stamina to get there. You know, food is fuel for our bodies, and that's why a lot of people are concerned that she might faint at one of these shows. Especially in a concert venue where things get really hot, and if you're moving around a lot, your body temperature is going to go up.
It is concern, it is not hate. And I do hope that Ariana Grande is doing okay because she is so talented. Her performing is amazing. I love her music. I hate to see her struggling. Before we close out this video, I actually got this like brand package thing and I was like, let's go ahead and open it on camera. I literally don't even know what this is. Like what? I actually don't even wear any, but I was like, let's go ahead and open it. Thank you, Smashbox, for sending this to me.
Is this related? Why are you opening this?
Oh. Okay, wait, okay.
Okay. I hope she gets the help she needs. And I hope she doesn't come out trying to say this is normal because it's not. She doesn't have energy because she doesn't eat. Exactly. Unfortunately, a lot of unhealthy believe that they are healthy. I think she's obsessed with looking small and fitting into small clothes. She refuses to not look petite. It's actually so messed up that her management approved this tour. It is her management, her family. Like, why? If you see someone struggling like this, why would you allow them to go on tour? Scary times. Okay. No. I think I'm gonna watch these two. Okay, body cam. Rapper Benzino goes crazy on police after getting evicted by unspoken crime murderers.
Sheriff's Office eviction! Sheriff's Office! Step up.
For what?
Step up.
We're gonna clear the house and we're coming out. We're gonna clear the house. Okay, so place change right here. What's this for? You have an active warrant for what? In Cobb County.
I just got out of jail with that. I just came out with that.
All right.
Fuck your mother. Fuck your.
I've heard that sound before. I didn't know that was from him. Fuck your mother. But that's wild though. If he did just get out of jail for that warrant, why are y'all looking for him? Like, let him live his life.
Your mother. You punk fuckers. That's all right. That's all right. People look up. Suck my. Suck my. Suck my.
Tonight, we delve into the aftermath of a heated incident involving Raymond Scott, better known as Benzino, a prominent figure in hip-hop and the co-founder of The Source magazine. On April 7th, 2022, Cobb County Police were called to Pepper Boxing Gym in Georgia after a reported altercation. According to the police report, Benzino refused to leave as the gym was closing, leading to a confrontation where he allegedly struck a woman in the face before fleeing to a nearby apartment building. Although the victim sustained a cut under her eye, she declined to press charges. What happens next is captured on body cam as officers execute a warrant at Benzino's apartment. Let's see how this went.
Sheriff's Office eviction!
Wait, so did they lie about the eviction? They just said that to get him to come out?
While serving the warrant, officers learned from the property manager that the unit was up for eviction, so they decided to proceed with the eviction too.
It was both.
Is there anybody else in the house?
No.
I need you to step out, sir.
Okay. You get my.
Step out.
So I can't get my drawers on.
Step out.
He should have did that before he answered that door.
We're gonna clear the house and we're coming out. We're gonna clear the house.
Okay, so that's fine.
Sheriff's Office eviction! Anybody in here? I got a closet to the left.
Gotcha. Sheriff's Office goes to the room.
Hold what you got, Johnson.
Gotcha. Sheriff's Office.
All right. See my flashlight, Johnson? Coming out.
puppy.
Watch yourself, watch yourself. Man, you know
Got
who
that
it is,
thought?
yeah. All right, yeah, I already finna say.
He ain't got no
You
couch.
already know who this is, real. Yeah, he's famous, but yeah. Is he? Yeah. I don't know if it's still active. But no, they just said they was just talking about he got arrested. When he said he was out. He got arrested somewhere else. I know he did. But all right, sir. You can come on in. Yeah, all right. You can get cash, medication. Before you go for anything, let me know exactly where you're going.
I got his clothes on. Good lord.
My diabetes medicine.
Are there any weapons in the house?
No.
Okay.
If you refuse to answer the door, can they just come in? Or does that make things worse? Because in my head, I'm like, they looking for me. I'm going to just stay asleep.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no. What the fuck is my phone? Let me put on my shorts. Yeah. So I can call the truck now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's it at? It's over here. I get it.
Okay.
Put your pants on. He just over there giggling.
Let's see. What else?
Any
A shirt?
money or anything?
No, nothing like that. I just had my phone, right? They must have took my phone.
No, it's sitting right here.
Okay. Where?
Right underneath the pillow.
Okay, beautiful. All right, cool. All right, so this, get my socks, sneakers, I'm good.
How old is he? He can move.
Well, we'll
So
see.
what we gonna do?
They usually do that. The crew will take everything out.
Right, but how are they going to, can you ask them?
They could probably have bags and stuff.
That's what I need to know, okay.
Yeah.
Do they got the bags?
They should have everything, yes. And if not, we'll let them know. So.
Yeah, let's make sure now.
No, I
They
got
can't
you.
just- okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We ain't gonna make sure all your property good, man.
Got you.
You got a shirt?
That's what I'm trying to find my damn shirt.
Just grab one.
Gotcha. Here we go. Come on, Pablo.
Any essentials you need to grab out of here as far as medications and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't. So now, as far as the clothes, right?
Yep.
As far as everything, what are they gonna do with, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want them fucking up my shit, man.
I ain't gonna mess with it.
Okay, cool.
You got medication?
Yeah. So what? No, I don't. But what are they gonna, as far as doing like my clothes?
Everything's gonna come out of this apartment.
Man, we already know that. I'm saying, how are they taking my clothes out?
However they can get it out of the apartment.
Right, I'm saying, but do they have bags and boxes?
I can't answer that. I'm not part of the moving crew.
You not what?
I'm not part of the moving crew.
Okay,
They're
right.
gonna
So come
get
on,
it out however they can get it out.
Despite the eviction,
He keep getting
officers
distracted.
discovered that the young woman at the gym didn't want to press charges. However, they still proceeded to charge him with assault.
Simple.
This with him.
Come on, Pablo. Come on, buddy. All right, who got the ID?
I have it right here.
Right, how long? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, sir. So go ahead, place your hands right here.
What's this for?
You have an active warrant
For what?
in Cobb County.
I just got out of jail with that. I just came out with
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, they still confirmed it. Go
What
ahead,
you
place
mean?
your hands behind your back.
What's the warrant for?
We'll go over that as soon as I have it. All right.
I just came.
Wait. Now I don't believe him. Because he said he just got out of jail for that warrant, but then he asked what the warrant is for. Wouldn't you know if you just got out of jail for it?
Out of jail with that. I have the papers. You want to see the
All right,
paper?
hold on.
I just got out of jail for that.
Okay.
Don't arrest me. Don't listen.
All right.
If you arrest me fucking for property, I'll sue your motherfucking
Okay.
ass.
Okay.
All right. I just got got out of jail
All right.
3 days ago.
Okay.
All right. For the same warrant. Let me show my papers are
Okay.
right there.
All right.
Get the papers out of there.
I got you. I
Get
got
the
you.
papers out of there. I got you. Chill out. So I just got out of jail for this shit.
Campbell,
Good morning.
you reach out
So
to myself.
I I just got it. Sir, I don't know what look in the top drawer. I just came out of jail 2 days ago. For the same warrant. For the same warrant. Just got out of jail. It's a driving warrant in February. Let them tell me what's going on. It's a let me find out what's going on. It's the top right there. He's asking me something. What am I talking? There, okay. Tell me,
where was the license? Oh, okay.
Listen, it's a driving warrant in February.
Okay, we're confirming with
This
SOM.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, you guys are. Hey, chill out, man. Let's go find out what's going on. If it's not good, we'll let you have the handcuffs. Relax. All right. Come on, let us do it. Okay? Because we're here for something. We're not even here for you. We're over here for something totally different. Yeah, but this is all. I just got out of jail for this.
What you mean they not here for him? Why else would you be in this apartment if you're not here for him?
Same warrant. Where were you in jail at? Cobb County was in Gwinnett, right? And then they had a hold on me in Cobb County. They took me to Cobb. I bailed out. I'm on bail in Cobb County right now.
Okay. You got paperwork for this COVID stuff?
Paperwork's around here somewhere. I just got out. They had the hold on me. I got bail for $120, huh?
Where'd you get out of jail at?
Can you call my girl? She needs information.
I gave you a legitimate question. Where did you just get out of jail at? What?
Cobb County.
Okay, so you license right here.
But I don't know your real name. Listen, I got out.
What's your license? You got that?
I just gave me.
I know, yeah. We're gonna check with someone else to make sure it's good. Is it in this pocket?
Yeah. What?
Your license.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of them pockets only got 2.
All right.
What do you want to come up for? Yeah, man, you're f***ing wrong, man. This is bullshit.
Sit down, let's check. Relax.
Well, take these off, man.
Until listen, you just detained. You're not under arrest. Chill out. I guess something came back before I walked in.
Yeah, man, f***ed up.
Hey, we know how to undo if we fuck up. Relax. Come on, bro.
Yeah, because you get sued. You don't want to get sued.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued.
Don't f*** around.
You said somewhere your girl got the paperwork.
I get my girl.
Now, I'm pretty sure he does end up getting arrested because he said the warrant was for some type of traffic ticket. And then in the beginning of the video, they said it was for him hitting a woman. I think it's 2 different things. Maybe he just didn't know he got caught for doing that.
I'm so stupid.
It might just be a delay that they didn't put it in, but if you
might just be a delay that they put it in. The f*** think it is. Just hurry the f*** up and take these cuffs off. Dumbass.
Who calling names? I don't think that's gonna get you nowhere.
I'm already on bail off it. Stupid. The f***, man.
5/16/2022, something about his harm.
When did the warrant come out?
5/16/2022.
Ask him, you have SCSO? Step over here. Put it on speaker.
Hold on, stand by for me.
Who you talking to?
SL Radio.
All right. Hey, who's speaking? Hey, talk. Hey, Alexis, Sergeant Lawson. What's up, sweetie? All right, so the warrant is good for him, right?
Yeah,
okay. Stay with him. Question. When did that warrant get put in the system? Okay, could you check our jail system? 4310. Like that. You know what? You don't have to. Because I can't wait to sue you, motherfucker. I can't wait. Let's go. Matter of fact, am I locked up? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Why are they still talking to this man?
10-15. All right.
What does that mean?
The warrant's still active.
So really? Yeah. So you guys are gonna lock me up on the same warrant that I just got bailed out on? That's okay. I'm gonna sue your dumb ass.
What was that warrant?
I'm gonna sue your stupid ass. Good. No. I just got bailed out on a warrant. On what? I'm gonna tell you. You wanna let me talk to you? Yes. Relax. No, he's fine. Listen. It's not on the same thing. It is an additional charge. For what? Did you have? I guess it's a DV warrant. What's a DV warrant?
Domestic violence.
No. Hell no. I'm gonna sue the f*** out you guys. Hell no. In my life. Never in my life. Are you crazy? Are you guys serious? In my life, hell no.
Why are you hollering? I'm talking to you. Okay, you have a right to be upset. I'm giving you.
What's the warrant on?
He just told you.
From who? I don't have it in front of me. I'm gonna sue him. You son of a bitch. Hey, listen. We put the warrant on him. Man, that's bullshit. Hey, I don't got no domestic violence. What's the date on it? What's the date?
I just told you.
What's the date? No, you didn't. You didn't tell me shit.
Listen to me. I don't know the date, but you have an.
You can't tell me nothing.
I don't have the actual date that it was put on you. That's what I'm telling you. It is there.
So you guys are arresting me on a false warrant for I don't have a domestic violence. Listen.
Okay, listen to me. Does you have anything in here you want to take with you? I'm trying to work with you.
No, let's go. I'm gonna sue the Let's go. Take me the fuck out. Take me out. Take me out.
I'm trying to get you.
Take me out. I need to call my lawyer. Take me the
last time. Do you have anything?
Does he have a lawyer? Because if he's getting evicted from this apartment, clearly he couldn't pay his rent. How's he paying the lawyer? Maybe from his daughter.
Oh, asshole, what do you think?
His daughter is poison Ray, by the way.
Y'all take it.
Son of a bitch.
Y'all hang tight.
I can't believe this shit. It's all right. I didn't want domestic. Man, fuck you. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. You got no domestic violence. You guys, I can't believe this shit. Why didn't you show up last Tuesday when they bailed me out of Compton?
He said it was an additional charge. That means they came back and charged you with something else.
They came back and charged you with domestic violence?
Yep, they added
when?
Charges. We'll know when we get to the jail. When we get to trial.
They came. Okay, who came back?
Is this what it said?
Who came back? Who did I get charged from?
The officer.
The officer? What officer?
Whoever the one took out the warrant on you, sir.
An officer charged me with domestic violence?
Yes.
Why didn't he arrest me?
Why didn't he?
Yeah, dickhead, why didn't he?
Because he wasn't there. He couldn't look.
God damn, so aggressive.
So when somebody came up, he came up 1099.
Okay, yeah. This shit crazy.
When we get to the jail,
this shit crazy as fuck. Suck my dick. Right? Suck my dick. Suck my dick. This don't even make sense. This don't even make sense. Why did the officer arrest me then? Huh? Does that make sense to you? You idiots, man. Oh, man, you guys are violating the out of my rights. That's all right, though. That's all right. Man, do you know how many times Cobb County been sued? Pricks, you Sambo fuck. You racist bitch. All you motherfuckers. Yo, racist. Believe that. Man, you Sambo. Go fucking tap dance somewhere. Cool. Yo, cool. That's all right. I'm gonna sue your punk ass. Believe that. Yeah. Bitch ass. Bitch ass man.
He's so angry.
Suck my. You ain't mother.
I wonder if they have footage of this incident, like of him assaulting someone, because that's what the first thing I would play him. Because why you playing dumb?
Your mother. You punk motherfuckers. That's all right. That's all right.
People look up.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Look up to that, you bitch. You bitch ass nigga. Your mother's sucking my dick. I can't believe it.
Your mother.
It doesn't even make sense. I just got out of jail in a domestic violence? Man.
242 ADP.
Hey, officer, I apologize. Can you roll down the window, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Because I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. I don't even know what's going on.
The officer in the front and driving him is so nice because he just telling him to suck his dick, telling his mama to suck his dick. And now you say, I'm sorry. Can you roll down the window? Excuse me? No.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, because I can't breathe. Thank you. A little more, please. Thank you.
They did calm him down, though.
On that, we'll see what happens after that.
a puppy. You just need the window
The rapper
down to
was
help him out.
charged and evicted from his apartment at the same time. Officers were able to safely transport him to jail. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
I think that's crazy. Dude is stuck in high school mode. Benzino has made more body cam videos than rap videos. Oh my god, it's not his first time. People look up to you. Who the fuck looks up to Benzino? That's mean. Oh my god. Okay. Um, whose number is that? Maybe it's spam. Um, I think I got maybe 2 more videos in me. Oh, did not know. Okay. I think where'd that other one go? Okay. Cop discovered missing wife's body inside a man's fuel tank. That sounds insane. Yeah, we'll watch this one. Oh, wait. Okay. This is Cops Discover Missing Wife's Body Inside a Man's Fuel Tank by Sinister End. I already know it's gonna be good.
Deal. Excellent. All right, so I hear your wife is missing. Well, I don't know if she's missing or if she just left.
Oh, D. Warner.
This is 53-year-old Dale Warner.
Warner.
Police arrive at his farmhouse after his wife suddenly disappears without a trace earlier that morning. Dee's daughter, who was
They started investigating that morning. I thought you had to wait like 72 hours or something for adults. Why did they know to start
supposed to
looking?
come over for breakfast, noticed something was off when she couldn't reach her and called the police.
But the only thing that's really strange, too, is this time she put her wedding ring in my desk.
Dee was already dead, strangled in cold blood, and her body had been hidden somewhere that would take police, even with the help of the FBI, years to find.
Years?
The missing case of Dee Warner is officially being treated by police as a homicide.
Police, family, and friends all want to know, where is Dee Warner?
Within minutes, Dale tells police he has no idea how his wife disappeared or where she went, but what investigators uncover tells a very different story. In the days ahead, investigators are faced with a long list of possibilities, different motives, jealousy, and an affair, turning this seemingly simple missing person case into one of the darkest and most long-running cases these officers have ever worked.
This is weirder than weird to me. Dee's been gone an hour, and the kids are here all in a panic, and she's left countless times.
See, that's how the cops knew something was up. Because of the kids. Good for them. They ain't trust their daddy.
I've been truthful with you. Your dad has put you in really shitty spots throughout this.
"6:30 a.m.
On Sunday, April 25th, Dee's daughter, Rickle, went to the farmhouse to meet her for their usual weekly breakfast. But there was no sign of Dee. Calls to her phone went straight to voicemail, and her messages were left unanswered.
See, that's where he went wrong to begin with. Because I'm convinced it's the daddy. But if you know your daughter comes weekly to visit her, why is that the day you decide to get rid of her? Like, you didn't think that through?
Morning, Rickle and her brothers TJ and Zach began searching the entire farm for any sign of her. One of her cars, a Hummer, was parked at the farm office, and the other, her Cadillac, was in the garage. But there was no trace of Dee.
Oh, that
As
makes
they
sense.
grew more worried by the minute, Raquel and TJ eventually called the police to report their mother missing.
Hello? Are you Dale? Excellent. All right, so I hear your wife is missing. Well, I don't know if she's missing or if she just left.
A Lenawee County Sheriff's deputy quickly arrived at the scene to speak with Dale.
And does the wife have a history of missing? Because how did he think he was going to get this past the kids? Like, unless she has, like, a history of, like, just running off randomly. The kids aren't just going to corroborate that story.
He was apparently the last person to see Dee the night before and the last to speak with her.
Okay, she had an altercation with one of our employees, 2 of them. I came home last night and she was really upset. She was talking a lot of bad things as far as employees. The one employee decided to quit.
Over the years, Dale and Dee had run several businesses together. Their biggest and most successful was a trucking company that brought in millions of dollars a year. The night before, Dee had a serious argument with 2 of their truck drivers. One of them quit on the spot and Dee fired the other. The dispute with the driver who quit had been intense enough that people around Dee noticed how upset she was. At one point, she messaged other staff asking how to block someone on Facebook, referring to that same driver. Then, the very next day after that heated argument, Dee suddenly disappeared.
Stephanie called in. So Raquel called her, she can't find her mom. And I says, well, she's at the house, she's sitting there laying at the patio, so she couldn't find her. And then I called Raquel, and I says, your mom is out there. She was just there, when I was there an hour or 2 ago. She said, no, she's not here. I says, well, I'll be done spraying here shortly, and I'll be back. So about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes later, I got back here, and I went in the house, and she was gone. And I walked around in the house, went in the bathroom, while her hair curler was gone, her hair drier's gone, her makeup bag's gone, and she has a go bag packed all the time. And this is
why.
So this side differences. Is there anyone? Right.
Dale and Dee first met while they were both still married to other people. Each of them eventually divorced their previous spouse, and they married each other in 2006, making it a second marriage for both of them. They each had adult children from prior relationships and stayed in regular contact with them. Dee also shared a second home with one of her sons, a place they called the Lake House.
Oh, so Dale is not Raquel's and Zach's father? This makes even more sense. That's why only the kids were worried and not him.
But Dale and Dee...
Because I wouldn't just jump to the conclusion that my dad did it. Like that, that's suspicious.
Lived together at their farmhouse on Munger Road with their 9-year-old daughter, Angelina. So how she could have left for that second home or anywhere else without using either of her cars is a big question. On the other hand, many of Dee's belongings were missing, including her makeup bag, passport, and phone, all the things she would need to leave the house. But there was one item Dale found on his desk that she had left behind, her $50,000 wedding ring.
The only thing that's really strange, too, is this time she put her wedding ring in my desk in the office. Yeah, she's never done that before.
According to those who knew her, Dee was kind, but also had a volatile, moody side and could lose her temper quickly. While disappearing like this wasn't typical for her, she could sometimes act in ways that drew attention. Dale also suggests that she may have been involved with someone, possibly having an affair.
I told the other.
Why would he? I mean, I guess you got to tell him everything. Like, you already being investigated. But I feel like that puts more suspicion on him. It's like, oh, so you have a motive.
She's got a second phone that she doesn't let anybody know she's got another phone. It's a secret phone that she doesn't know that I know she has it. But she doesn't want anybody to know where she's at. So she calls. I mean, she's got another phone. She calls somebody on that phone, I'm sure.
But unlike Dale, her children had a very different view. They didn't believe Dee had simply left in a fit of anger and disappeared without telling anyone. Going silent for this long had never been her behavior before. Days went by, and there was still no sign of Dee. There was no activity on her bank accounts or social media either.
Right now, the search is on for a missing woman from Southeast Michigan. Police, family, and friends all want to know, where is Dee Warner?
Dale claimed that around $100,000 in cash, which had been kept in one of their family safes, was missing. However, a large amount of cash that Dee secretly kept in a drawer in her office was left untouched. Other than Dee, the only
That's odd. The dad did it.
person who knew about that money was her son Zach, who worked as the family's book.
That's how you know. Yeah. The dad probably was like, okay, I'm gonna act like this money went missing, like she took it. I'm gonna hide all her belongings and make it look like she ran away. But he ain't know. He know she had this backup.
Keeper. Police immediately went after the employee Dee had the dispute with. He was quickly cleared. His
That's probably why he did it, knowing that the daughter would come, because he was like, oh, she had a dispute with this person, like perfect timing. I can blame it on him.
alibi checked out, and it was confirmed that he had not been anywhere near the Warner farm. They immediately began searching the farm and the inside of the house. Outside, however, directly in front of the rear door, investigators found large tire tracks. They matched the tires of a JCB front loader that Dale had been using around the farm earlier that same day. The tracks showed that the front loader had been parked right up against the house near the back door. It was a spot normally used to park a Hummer, and parking the front loader there was highly unusual unless someone was trying to move something heavy out of the house. Police also tracked down one of the employees who had been at the farm on the morning of April 25th, the day Dee disappeared. He confirmed that the Hummer was parked near the living room door, in its usual spot. But one thing stood out to him that morning. The lights inside the house were on around 3:45 a.m., which was unusual. 4 days later, with this new evidence, investigators decide to sit down with Dale again and go through the events of that day step by step. Dale explains that they had been arguing that night and that Dee had decided she was going to leave him.
And that's when she says, well, I'm all done. We're fucking selling everything. We're done. And she hung up the phone, and I had no more contact for Dustin. I tried calling her several times, and she wouldn't answer phones. She was insistent on trying to start a
Can they look at his phone records? Because I don't think he did that. He didn't call her.
fight. She says she don't care about me, nobody cares about me. What does it matter if I'm even here?
Apparently, Dee had already made up her mind over the weekend that she was going to have a serious conversation with Dale and leave him. When her sister-in-law, Amy, arrived at the house to pick up Angelina, she noticed Dee looked extremely upset. Her face was red, and she looked like she had been crying. Dee planned to tell Dale about her decision that same night, and expecting the argument to escalate, she wanted Angelina out of the house. Now, Dale confirms the argument himself and gives investigators his version of what happened. According to him, that fight is the reason Dee decided to leave him the next day.
And I says, Dee, you can't talk like that. She kept saying the jabs. After hindsight, I look back, I think she was trying to get mad so she could have a fight so that she would have reason to leave that night.
Dale believes that when Dee woke up that morning, she grabbed her bag and other personal belongings, got into the Hummer, and drove to the office, where the vehicle was found parked later that day. According to him, she also left her wedding ring there before leaving without telling anyone where she was going. The Hummer also had a tracker.
How was she? This doesn't make sense. They're on a farm, so they're probably in the middle of nowhere. She needs a car to get off of the farm. And you said she left her phone, so that means she didn't call an Uber. He didn't think this through.
Installed on it to monitor diagnostics, but through that system, Dale was also able to view the vehicle's GPS location from an app on his phone.
Yeah, I think she knew that this one could be tracked. She went out this one, that she pulled out, went down there, put the ring in my desk, went back out, and said, oh, fuck, you could track this too. But this wasn't where I go.
There were several security cameras installed around the farm, mostly used to monitor employee activity and vehicles coming in and out. On the morning Dee disappeared, Dale and Zach were in the office reviewing footage from those cameras. None of the footage showed Dee leaving, going to the office, or any suspicious activity. In fact, there was no sign of Dee or any unknown person or vehicle anywhere on the property. But the cameras did capture movements from Dale around the farm. According to Dale's timeline, he woke up around 6 to 6:30 a.m. and went outside. At that time, he says Dee was still asleep on the downstairs couch. After that, investigators can trace his movements through the security footage. Around 7 a.m., cameras show Dale moving liquid fertilizer around the farm. To do that, he was using the same JCB front
Liquid fertilizer that you put on top of bodies?
loader that investigators later determined had been parked beside the house around 7:30 a.m. According to Dale, after parking the loader, he walked into the living room, and that was the last time he saw his wife asleep on the couch. After that, Dale leaves the house and continues with his normal farm routine. At 7:48 a.m., cameras show him leaving the area in a sprayer. He later returns, then leaves again in the same sprayer around 8:40. While he's out spraying near the house, Rickle arrives at the farm to see her mother. According to Dale's timeline, this is when he first realizes Dee is missing. Around 9:30 a.m., after Dee's assistant calls him to say that nobody has been able to reach her and she's not at the house. Unlike Dale, Dee's family had a completely different view of the situation. They didn't believe, under any circumstances, that Dee would secretly walk away from her entire life and disappear.
Yeah, her
Meanwhile,
entire family.
Dale
That's
took
crazy.
control of managing all of the family businesses, including the trucking company, which was solely in Dee's name. He also told Zach to stop issuing paychecks to his mother. Dale's next move was giving his 24-year-old son, Jaron, power of attorney, along with temporary guardianship of their daughter, Angelina, in case it was ever needed. About 6 months later, in October of that year,
Okay, this seems very obvious. All roads lead to Dale.
police carried out more searches at the farm in an effort to find Dee. This time, the operation was much larger and included help from the FBI. Investigators used police dogs and ground-penetrating radar technology across the property to identify areas that needed a closer search. Some parts of the farm were even dug up, but after all of those extensive searches, they still found nothing.
I spoke with community members.
Okay, that was dumb. I don't know why they would think he dug up a place, because if she went missing within an hour time span, that means it had to be somewhere quick he would have got rid of her body. And you would have seen that the dirt was moved, like when you searched the property initially, not months later. Like, oh, let me look here. But what?
Members as they drove by asking what happened, and they told me they want answers. They are happy that some work is getting done, but they may have to wait for those answers, Melissa and Jeff, because authorities haven't said whether they found anything. But we do know that they'll be back at it tomorrow.
The next round of large-scale searches began 5 months later in March of the following year. At the same time the searches began, Dee's brother, Greg, announced a $50,000 reward for any information that could lead to finding his sister. Dale Warner was questioned by police once again. This time, he insisted that the most suspicious behavior had actually come from Dee's children.
This is weird to me.
That doesn't make any sense. They're the ones who call the police. Dummy.
Dee's been gone an hour to 2 hours, and the kids are here all in a panic, and she's left countless
That's because they don't
times.
trust you.
And then Zach's in the office going through the security cameras, trying to figure out where's mom and dad. He wasn't going through the security cameras. He was deleting shit off the cameras because he picked his mom up and he wouldn't know trackers. So.
But by this point, investigators were starting.
Okay, that doesn't even make sense, because if you look at a security camera, it's going to be time stamped. So if something was deleted, you would see that the time jumped. I have to assume the officers would notice that.
To see things differently. They believed Dale was the one hiding a major lie. Once again, they went back over the events of the morning of April 25th with him. According to Dale, the last time he saw Dee was around 7:30.
Oh, I have to pee. I'll be right back.
a.m. after parking the JCB front loader beside the house. He claimed she was still asleep on the couch at the time. The exact parking spot of the loader was confirmed through the tire tracks, and security cameras also showed Dale driving it around that same time. Investigators had already determined that this was the exact spot where the Hummer had normally been parked, including in the days leading up to the morning of April 25th. Dale had told police he believed Dee was the one who moved the Hummer that morning and drove it to the office, where she supposedly left behind her wedding ring. But if Dee had already moved the Hummer and left the property, then how could Dale have seen her still asleep on the couch after parking the loader in the Hummer's exact spot? Based on the timeline, if the Hummer had already been moved by then, either Dee had already left the house or someone else moved the vehicle. But the even stranger detail is that whoever moved the Hummer that morning appeared to deliberately avoid the security cameras and clearly knew exactly where they were located. The fact that the Hummer never appeared on any of the footage suggests the driver took an unnecessary route around the property instead of simply driving directly from the house to the office. By the time of this interview, investigators had also reviewed Dale's phone and vehicle data. They discovered that earlier that morning, Dale had tried accessing the farm's camera system through an app on his phone. Before 9 a.m. and before receiving the call from Dee's assistant telling him she was missing.
I never accessed them in the office. I didn't have the code key, but...
Yeah, when you did access the cameras, what were you looking for? I know it's a silly question, but...
I was looking to see, what was going on in that home, where they go to. I didn't.
See, that would only make sense if he accessed the cameras, like, randomly all the time. Because me, I look at my cameras all the time. I'm just always curious, like, what's going on around there? Like, what my dog's doing? Just random thoughts. But if this is the first time he's done that just randomly, then no, this doesn't make any sense.
Look at anything other than Zach was there because they had me locked out. I couldn't get into it. I didn't access it. Zach already had him on the screen.
Dale, we promised to be honest with each other.
I didn't look.
Just listen, there's absolutely no doubt you access the cameras. If you were just looking for your wife, then just say you're just looking for your wife.
I was looking for my wife, but I didn't access the security cameras anymore.
Vehicle data also showed that Dale accessed the Cadillac that morning, the vehicle Dee normally drove, about 8 minutes after parking the front loader.
So yeah, why did you access the Cadillac that morning? What did you run the Cadillac for in the garage?
Access the Cadillac for...
You accessed the Cadillac. You didn't do why you would have done that?
No. Maybe in the Cadillac. What are you there for? I don't access it mean I got anything.
Okay, I feel like this would make sense for him to like double down on his lie if they didn't have like actual records. Like if your car is like old, like let's say 2000, then yeah, they don't know if you got in that car. But this is a new updated car. It's 2025. Baby, they know you got in that car. They know it. You should just admit it. We're gonna dump off the couch. I'm gonna have to put him back up there. Maybe he needs water first. I'm gonna let him roam for a little bit. Mama, you look so skinny. You losing weight, buddy? Bless you.
I look at it on my app on my phone.
I did. I'm not certain what you did physically with the vehicle, but you had access to the car.
No, because I probably looked on my phone to see where it was at.
Okay.
That would be accessing it.
Okay. I'm not familiar with what you can do with that.
So I'm stuck being a sit down button on my phone that tells me where it's at.
Okay, so you would have accessed that app and it tells you where the car is, and that's why you would have done to see where she was.
Yeah, see if the car's almost once you get home.
Okay. And what about when you tried to locate her iPhone? For what purpose was that?
See where she's at.
Same thing.
Everybody was trying to find her iPhone.
Okay. Okay.
Dale may.
Wait, when they say that, do they mean he just opened like Find My Friends, or does he mean he like literally like pressed and like try to find her phone? You know what I mean? Because those are different things. I check my friends' locations and family's locations all the time. I just randomly do it. There's no point. I'm just like, wonder what they're doing. But I ain't never been like, let me physically find them. Let me click on their name and do the X,
May
Y,
not
and Z.
know or may not remember why he accessed the Cadillac that morning. But investigators know that according to people close to Dee, she always kept her purse along with her keys, wallet, ID, and other personal belongings on the passenger seat of the Cadillac. Most of those items are now missing.
It's been 6 months and still no sign of Dee
All of this, it has been a very long journey for them.
Do you think there's any chance she's still alive?
No.
Would it help to have answers?
Absolutely.
Even if they're bad?
Even if they're bad.
By the fall of 2023,
I feel
nearly
that.
2.5 years after the case began, police still hadn't found Dee,
Help
made any
Dale
arrests,
find Dee.
or
Dale did
identified
it.
any serious suspect other than Dale. Both Dee's family and the Michigan State Police believed she was deceased. Her family petitioned the court to have her officially declared dead. This legal declaration would have allowed them to take control of her assets and file a wrongful death lawsuit against Dale. But before that could happen, Dale had already started selling off property and assets. In the fall of 2021, after Dee's disappearance, Dale applied for a $1.4 million loan through Dee's trucking company. To process the loan, he needed Dee's signature on the paperwork, along with a copy of her ID. Somehow, Dee's signature appeared on the documents, and a photocopy of her driver's license was also provided, even though, up to that point, her wallet, personal documents, and ID had never been found. When the final loan payments were received by the business in March 2022, Dale had essentially loaned the entire amount to himself, nearly.
Is that not motive? I am so confused how this was allowed. I guess because, I don't know, I guess it depends where the loan place is. Because if it's just like local news, they don't know that this lady's missing.
$1 million, which he used for personal expenses. In September 2023, Dale was finally arrested, not for murder, but for contempt of court. He had ignored a court order preventing him from selling Dee's assets. For this violation, he was sentenced to 93 days in jail and ordered to pay financial penalties related to his actions.
Sala found Dale Warner in contempt of court, stating he intentionally and deliberately sold his wife's assets after being instructed by the court not to. She marked several examples of Dale's contempt, the most egregious being the selling of Dee's trucking company, which was the most profitable portion of her estate.
It took nearly another year before the Michigan State
Put you back on the couch.
Police issued an arrest warrant for Dale on murder charges. Investigators believed they already had enough evidence to make the arrest and prove the case, even without finding Dee's body. Meanwhile, Dale and his lawyers continued to insist that Dee had secretly run away to start a new life. In a case like this, where no body has been found, charging, and especially proving Dale's guilt becomes extremely difficult. Prosecutors would need to show strong evidence of motive, along with enough circumstantial proof to establish that a murder likely occurred.
Identification from the internet, from resources overseas. You can even get a different identity. It's possible today, I guess, to even get a new Social Security number.
At the court hearing, beyond the financial motives, there was also evidence suggesting a history of violence within the relationship. During Dale's hearing, family members, friends, and several close acquaintances of the couple testified that they had frequent, loud, and often violent arguments, describing the relationship as toxic.
There was a lot of yelling, there was a lot of cussing.
That's why the kids are so quick to call the cops.
Slamming things, maybe. Irritation.
Was your mom happy in the marriage?
No.
But the last message sent from Dee's phone was something unusual. Just a single K, sent to Amy, her sister-in-law, who had taken Angelina with her the day before Dee disappeared. Amy testified that Dee had planned to ask her husband for a divorce that evening. A few hours later, Amy texted Dee to ask how that conversation had gone. The only reply she received was that same single K. Recovered phone data later showed that shortly after that message was sent, the phone was powered off and never turned back on. Investigators now believe the message may not have been sent by Dee at all, but by Dale. Messages from Dee's phone suggest a relationship that was far from stable. In them, she describes Dale as increasingly controlling and at times physically aggressive. People close to Dee said she had stayed in the marriage for the sake of her daughter. Others believed she may have been reluctant to go through a second divorce.
Please don't do that, y'all. I feel like kids grow up in a happy home. It doesn't have to be with both parents, because if you're with both parents and it's abusive, you're teaching those kids that's okay. It's like, just leave. I promise you, there's divorced kids out there. There's single parents out there that are raising great children, and they're well off. I mean, if you can work it out, but like, don't stress the issue. And stay because of the kids. What? Fuck them kids, honestly. Choose happiness.
Still, those who knew her well described her as a strong personality and suggested she may have been caught in a cycle of abuse, holding on to the hope that things would eventually change. Data recovered from both vehicles Dee regularly drove also pointed to Dale's controlling behavior toward his wife. Tracking records from the Cadillac showed that someone other than Dee had repeatedly accessed the vehicle's location data more than 2,000 times over a 16-month period, averaging
2,000 times? That's more than once a day. That's insane.
around 4 times a day leading up to her disappearance.
4
Investigators
times a day.
also discovered that Dale had secretly installed a GPS tracker on Dee's second vehicle, the Hummer. Before Dee eventually found it, Dale had accessed the tracker 176 different times. With his increasingly suspicious and controlling mindset, Dale appeared obsessed with the idea that his wife might be having an affair. It was later revealed that Dee actually had been involved in a secret affair, something that, given the toxic state of the marriage, didn't come as a major surprise to her family. The identity of the man was never publicly released, but investigators stated that he had a clear and verified alibi for the time of Dee's disappearance and was ruled out as a suspect. While Dale was awaiting trial, investigators carried out new searches for Dee's body at the family farm on Munger Road and a nearby property. Then, on August 17, 2024, after years of searching, police finally confirmed that Dee's remains had been found.
Medical examiners confirmed the remains found on her husband Dale Warner's property belonged to Dee Warner.
Of course.
While searching a garage owned by Dale near the main property, investigators came across something suspicious. The building was used to store fuel and fertilizer tanks. Searchers noticed that one of the tanks appeared to have been secretly welded shut, and the weld clearly didn't look factory-made. The detail had been overlooked multiple times before because investigators had spent years believing Dee's body was likely buried somewhere on the property.
I don't know why
Most
they
searchers
believed
had
that.
focused on finding a grave.
That made no sense, because you would have seen that the ground was disturbed the first time you searched the property.
But this time,
Especially she was
that
missing for an
particular
hour.
tank was removed and x-rayed. The scan revealed human remains and bones inside. After all those years, Dee had been on the property the entire time, hidden inside a tank, right in front of investigators' eyes. Just 2 days after Dee disappeared, the tank had reportedly been seen sitting near a pile of trash beside the barn. Over the following days, witnesses claimed they saw Dale working on the tank, repairing parts of it, and eventually repainting it. Surveillance footage and observations from investigators later showed that the tank had also been moved from its original location shortly after. Because no blood was found inside the tank alongside Dee's body, the medical examiner determined that her cause of death was strangulation. But Dale's arrest wouldn't be the last arrest connected to the case. In March 2025, Dale's son, Jaron Warner, was also arrested and charged with tampering with evidence and accessory after the fact of homicide.
Hey, Jaron. Yeah, changed up a little bit.
Whole family's fucked up.
Is the with ya? Okay. We got a warrant for your arrest, buddy. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
I'll explain everything to you. Just give us a minute, okay?
Dee's family believed Dale didn't have the welding skills needed to repair and seal the tank himself. Jaron, however, did. Investigators began to suspect that Jaron may have known about the murder and helped his father hide the body.
Jaron, your warrant is for accessory after the fact of a homicide and for tampering with evidence. What's that, buddy?
I'm not sure what that means, I guess.
You probably hate me, and that's fine. I don't blame you, but I've always been truthful with you. And I told you that day that you knew certain things about that tank and that it was the right thing to do to talk to me about it, right? And short of begging you, I've done everything I could possibly do to get you to talk to me. And unfortunately, you didn't want to do that, and now we're here. I've been truthful with you. Your dad has put you in really shitty spots throughout this, and unfortunately, you continue to let him to do that.
In May 2025, the prosecutor's office dropped the charges against Jaron Warner. They never explained in detail how they believed he was involved. Officials only said that a key witness could not be found, but added that the charges could be refiled if that person is ever located. Prosecutors believe the couple argued that night after Dee told Dale she wanted to leave him, sell everything, and separate from him for good. According to investigators, Dale strangled her to death. They believe he then moved her body out through the rear of the house, likely using a truck, and managed to hide it before deputies arrived at the property later that morning. After police left, prosecutors say Dale placed Dee's body inside an old fertilizer tank, moved it to another location, and tried to disguise it by repainting the tank and covering it with his company logo. Because the tank had been welded shut and carefully concealed, investigators were unable to find Dee's body for years. Tragically, she had been there in plain sight the entire time. At Dale Warner's trial on
Where did he hide the body when the police were first on the yard, though? Like, that's what I want to know.
March 10th, 2026, he was found guilty of second-degree murder and tampering with evidence in the death of his wife. His sentencing is set to begin on May 7th, 2026. In the end, Dale was held accountable for his actions, but the world and Dee's family lost a kind soul forever.
The one thing that she knows for sure, that was her mother there. That her mother didn't leave her.
I miss her laughter. I miss her every day.
That was a good video. Sad, but good. He was sentenced to 70 years in prison. May 7th. This is so recent. Oh my God. 2026? Don't tell someone you're going to leave them. It's surely going to leave them. And they're abusive, just leave. You know, that's a good point. If they're abusive, yeah, I would just leave in silence. But if it's amicable, yeah, at least tell them. That is fucked up. He made sure to get the $50,000 ring back before he dumped her body. Sicko. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off. I need to make dinner and also do my Pilates. Got a lot of shit to do, and I got to pack for tomorrow. Have to get all my stuff together. But yeah, I'll be back on